Kennedy, obviously talk about the hustle play, but how about getting picked off and you kind of obviously put that behind? Can you talk about those two situations?
Yeah, moving forward with the game, things happen on base and you kind of learn from it. So I knew the next time I get on base, I wasn't going to get off as far. So, just kind of putting things behind you, the game's going to keep going, so do you.
What was your kind of advantage of the play where you scored there at the end? Did you pretty much know off the bat you were going to get the waved on?
Well, kind of, yes, I would say so, because it was a slow developing play, because it was a chopper, and I knew once the shortstop went back to throw to first to try to get Mac, I was just not going to stop running.
How quickly after, or towards the end of the play, did you know that you were safe, and how close did you perceive that it was?
I thought it was going to be a pretty close play. That's kind of why I went head first. But I knew pretty quickly as soon as I dove that I was safe. So.
Well, you made some really good defensive plays, and so it looked like the sun didn't really affect you at all. I was wondering if the weather's anything y'all ever worry about whenever it is such a bright day and you're playing at 2 o'clock.
Well, we also practice at 2 o'clock, so we're used to this. The heat of the day. We're used to the sun, so we work a lot on that. It wasn't really a factor for us.
There were a couple of pitching changes tonight. Can you walk us through what was going on in those mound meetings and trying to gain confidence with the pitchers?
Yeah, just telling the pitchers to be yourselves and trust your defense and that we had their back. So I think that was the main thing. Just we trust all our pitchers on the mound, and so just making sure that they know that they can be themselves and the defense has their back, and so does the offense.
What kind of energy does the crowd give you guys in games like these?
Yeah, the 12 man's great to play for. We enjoy having a big crowd, and they bring a lot of energy, and it's just fun to play for them.
You guys only have 4 hits. You have half of them. How do you feel this team was able to win with only 4 hits?
Yeah, so we're preaching have discipline at bats, and take your walks when you can, take your walks, because we want base runners. That's the goal of the game, is base runners, and to move them around and pick up the big hit when you need the big hit. And like Kramer did that today. I think that, as long as we have discipline at bats, we're going to be good this year.
Kennedy, last year these guys swept you, so now you've won the series. What does that mean? Any special meaning at all about being able to win the series?
Yeah, we've been talking about that all week, that LSU swept us this year and that we owed LSU. So I think, that this is a big series win, and every win counts in the SEC. So we're going for the sweep tomorrow because, every win counts, especially going into the postseason.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Keep running like that. Holy cow, man.
Thank you.
Okay. The woman of 2 hours, okay. You looked even maybe more focused in today. What do you think about your effort? Were you more focused or have more success, and if so, why?
I think I'm just really good in relief. I haven't been in relief all year. I think it was good to see that I still got it, and I think day 2 is always better than day 1.
You were bringing it there, and I know last night Coach talked about maybe overthrowing a little bit, but you were able to find command with it. What was a little different about last night and today?
Just letting the balls spin. I still had my velo on my drop, which is normal, but I just let it spin and hit a spot.
How nice was it for you to have that extra run, the
Huge.
Play, especially with who was coming up?
It was huge. As the 4-hole was coming up, she's a good hitter, good kid. As soon as I got her out, I was like, okay, we got this.
You mentioned being good in relief. Just kind of what specifically allows you to be so successful?
I think mentality. I think I can beat almost anyone in any situation, no matter if base is loaded, 3-0 count. Back in the day when Coach Ford put me in, and I think I faced every situation, so nothing's new to me.
How many pitches were you throwing for different types of strikes today? It looked like even the ones that were close, even the ones that weren't strikes.
Mm-hmm. I think I was just trying to hit my spots, try to make them hit my pitches, and the umpire had a tight zone, which is good. He was tight all game, and I decided to get used to it.
You showed a lot. The pitching staff showed a lot of resilience today. How does a game like today, where there were a variety of changes and not so great runs, carry y'all into the postseason when you're trying to make it to the World Series?
It's huge. We used almost every win today. It didn't go our way in the middle of the game, but we kept going, and we know that we have the depth this year to be able to get out of those games.
Same thing for Kennedy. Any added significance winning the series against LSU when they beat you guys, swept you guys last year?
The sweep last year still hurts a little bit. Coach Ford says it, and I think just winning a SEC series, no matter who it is always huge. And we'll come out tomorrow and hopefully sweep them.